Welcome everyone. Let's make baked potatoes in tomato sauce. To start off, I used the foil paper to cover my baking tray and I oiled it. Here I'll be baking my potatoes on this tray. For our potatoes, I washed and cut them into wedges and I seasoned them with my seasoning of choice. Feel free to use whatever it is that you're interested in using. You can use herbs, you can use regular spices, you can add some salt, some MSG, whatever it is that is okay with you. Here I added some thyme, some curry, some pepper, some homemade spices, as well as some salt. Once our potatoes were seasoned, I drizzled some oil. The whole point of this was to make sure that the spices coat the potatoes properly. And then I tossed it generously together for a complete coating. Now that our potatoes have been seasoned and coated, I went ahead to place them carefully on our baking tray. At this point, I have to mention that the potatoes were with their skins on, and if you're not a fan of potatoes in jackets, please feel free to cut them out. Please note that you do not want your potatoes to be too close together, otherwise they could stick, but that is why you need to grease your pan or your parchment paper if you're not using foil, as well as the potatoes themselves. I put this in the oven to bake for 20 to 25 minutes. While our potatoes were in the oven, I went on to start making our sauce. To the oil in the pan, I added some minced ginger and some minced garlic and sauteed them until they were fragrant. Once the ginger and garlic were translucent, I added in some onions and allowed this to fry for a few minutes as well. Now that our aromatics are cooking, I went in with my tomato paste. Feel free to use whatever brand that you prefer to use. I use Tasty Tom here because that's what I have on hand. I added some mackerel tomato sauce as well, just to add volume to our sauce. I reserved the fish, the mackerel fish, to use it later. I didn't want it to disintegrate too early in the sauce. I mixed everything to combine, allowed this to cook for a minute, and then I went in with the leftover seasoning or marinade for our baked potatoes. Now I seasoned our tomato sauce with some homemade spices and salt, some bouillon cubes, and I mixed everything well to combine. I now went in with some carrots I had cut into medallions and I allowed this to simmer for a few minutes so the carrots are not too strong, just a little tender. After now, our potatoes are baked and ready. It was time to combine them with the tomato sauce. You can as well have your potatoes and spoon your sauce over them as you wish. This is just combining everything as a one pot meal or something of that sort. I tossed the tomato sauce onto the potatoes and made sure that each potato was properly coated in the sauce as much as possible. Once they were coated, I went in with some water to allow everything to cook together and for the flavors to meld. I covered this and allowed it to steam for a few minutes. And after now, our dish is ready or almost there. I then went in with the fish from our other tomato sauce. You can add whatever it is that you want. I also used some scent leaf and some curry leaf to add some aroma to this dish. You can flavor it with mint, coriander, parsley, whatever you have on hand. And once all of this was well combined, our food was good to go. This is a simple meal and it's very filling as well. So don't look down on these potatoes, they are very filling. Our dish is ready. Our baked potatoes and tomato sauce are ready. And now I served a hearty portion for myself. Quite frankly, this meal took me by surprise. I didn't expect it to be as heavy as it turned out to be. Probably, definitely not if I had fried the potatoes instead. So, this is a very good alternative if you're trying to cut down on, say, fried food stuff, and also if you're on a weight loss journey. And here's what we have, everyone. This is straight to the point. It takes about 40 minutes to get ready from start to finish, but it's worth the wait. I sprinkled some chopped herbs that I had left, and voila, this is what we have. Your baked potatoes and tomato sauce is ready. Would you be trying this recipe? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.